Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Tony Craig. This is the middle of the night. I'm sure it's the middle of the night for you as well. Come on. Bring on free practice. We will have live data. We don't get the live data for another 7 minutes. So I will refresh our screen. We've got a lot of great data for this free practice session. How are you all doing? I'm going to say hello to the chat. Yeah, Sicilians, Zkev, Jeremy Hooks on Classic. Sema's in there. Ah, it's much better than being first thing in the morning. Nosa J is in there. Uran's in there. Brilliant. Full house. How are we all doing tonight? Chef, FP1, let's go. Oh my God. Do you know what I did? Yeah, Hooked on Classic. Yay, wakey. Do you know what? It's funny. I did actually have, I don't know about any of you, I did have a little snooze, and it felt like I just closed my eyes, and then my alarm went off. Yeah, I'm a little bit waking up. I've got my little green juice. I'm so excited though. Yeah, Kev, that's true. Oh, yeah, I have literally. I must have fallen asleep at about. We did the live stream at about what time? Finished about 8:15 UK time. Made some food. Probably went to sleep about 10 o'clock. I probably had about 2.5 hours sleep. Yeah, Kev's done the same thing. You had about an hour. That's me. I must have had about an hour and a half. And I'm going to do the same again between this session and FP2. I'll have about 2 hours sleep. Alarm will go off. Oh, Jeremy, you can hate me now. It's only 8 p.m. here in the States. Oh, brilliant. Oh, my God. Wow. Dolly said, what was it? Homologated food. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I tell you, it's a surprise at the... Do you remember the story last week about Patronus? All the scaremongering, all Mercedes fuel... It's not going to get to homologation. And then there's a story that came out the day before homologation on the 1st about that Patronus fuel giving an extra 20 to 30 horsepower for the Mercedes. So, yeah. The Kev, yeah, same. Then woke up at 6. Whoa. Oh, it's worth it though. I don't know about you guys. Tell me in the chat. I'm so freaking excited to see who's genuinely got the pace and who's been sandbagging. Because will we find out in free practice in FP1? Probably not. We're probably going to have to wait till tomorrow when we get to the business end qualifying, which will be very early. Exactly, Zkev, all the rumors are over. Let's see the cars. Let's go. Kevin, is that true? Red Bull lights also have vibration issues. Is that true? Where did you see that? I've missed that one. I mean, those vibrations, if you saw the stream earlier on today, those Sulu said, I just woke up and have some ice cream. Go for it. Yeah, it's... The vibration issues when you listen to Lance Stroll and Fernando talk about it. Lance Stroll said it's like being electrocuted. And Adrian Newey's saying it's shaking bits off the car, like the wing mirror and the rear lights. Yes, Auxilla, get this party started. Wow. Wowee. Thank you so much for your super chat, mate. Let's go. Auxilla, I love that. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much for your super chat. Getting it. Is you as excited as me? Let's go. 26th season is starting. Thank you so much. Very generous, Auxilla. Thank you, kind sir. Wow, brilliant. Yeah, so that Patronus Mercedes fuel worth an extra 20 to 30 horsepower. Oh my gosh. I've not heard much about the other fuels, actually. All I know is that Patronus got their fuel in time, and they got the certificate saying, yeah, your fuel is homologated. I wonder what's going on with Aramco. I mean, if you're Aramco fuel, your fuel's only been in that car for, I mean, how much runtime has Aramco fuel actually had in the Honda power unit? I'm guessing not much. Not a lot. Don't worry, I will be switching over to the other screen in a minute where we get all of the data. Let me just check it comes from, just see what time it's coming through. Annoyingly, it comes through in about 8 minutes. So don't worry, we will have track map. We will have all sorts of data on your screen. You'll be able to see the revs of the engine, gears that the drivers are in. Obviously, we've got the track map to see what position they are on the corners. We get all the incidents, sectors leaderboard, speed trap leaderboard, race control messages. We've got everything. We've got all the data you could possibly want today. Except we just don't get the feed for another few minutes. Maybe only 1 minute. But I'll have it all set up. It's very good. Hooked on Classic says, I hope Aston have a sandbag the size of Mount Etna. Could you imagine if Aston came out and it was all a load of nonsense and they were quick? They sorted it all out. Vibrations gone. Lance Stroll putting in P1 times. Yes, Gareth. You're right. We've got great data. It's just we don't get it for another couple of minutes. Which is a bit annoying because it means I have to set it up on the fly. But we don't mind. We don't mind. Oh, catch up with live. I think we're getting it. I think we're getting the data coming through now. I will have you set up in a jiffy. Fernando Alonso is just on the television talking about the vibrations. Fernando Alonso is surprisingly positive. Out of all of the Aston Martin guys who were talking to the press, Newey, Stroll and Fernando seemed the most positive. Newey goes, oh, you know, we're struggling. We're going to definitely got to reduce run time. Maybe only up to like 15 laps because Lance Stroll could only do 15 laps before risking permanent nerve damage. And then we see the interview with Fernando Alonso where he said, well, we're hoping to see if we can get a race distance. Yes, okay. Now we're getting data. Good. Right, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get this new screen set up. Track map. Okay, so switch to dee. So we'll just get all of the data you could possibly want as I'm setting up the screen live. Bear with me. Let's get it all nice and neat and tidy. So as you can see, the data we're going to have today is the driver, the laps they have completed in practice. There we go. You're going to get the speeds of the car. So that looks. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere in shape now, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, we've got all 22 cars on track. We have got tyres, laps, last lap, best lap, the gap between drive position and first, sector times, gears, revs of the engine, and speed. Track incoming, guys. Track incoming. Let's go. So now we need a track. I'm going to try, and I'm having to set this all up at this while I'm on the live stream because the data is a pain in the bottom. Right, wait 2 seconds. Here we go. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. So, this is good. This is good. This is good. We are getting there. We've got all of the data we could possibly want. I guess we're set up. There's only one more thing we need. The track will go just below me when we get that data as well. But yeah, we are geared up. Hey, that's exciting, doing it all on the fly. Right. Is the track ready? We've got the track map now. Brilliant. Okay. I'll take you through the track map as well. Let's get that up. No, track map. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's bring the track up. Yes, there we go. Now we're starting to look like something. Okay. Taking shape for this FP1. So as you can see, all of the zones, weighted little green dashes across the track. Those are the active aero zones. You've got all your corner numbers. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good. Back, I can come back to the chat. Yes, I think we're good now, chat. We've got track, we've got data. What's this half-tub amateur stuff? You're talking about me, Kev? It's because Formula One don't release the data until 15 minutes. Well, we're not. I can't get any of this data, or even this setup. I can't do the setup until 15 minutes before they open the track. Super annoying. Only for FP1. For FP2, I'll be able to set up and it'll be fine. But yeah, because it's the start of the Grand Prix weekend, this is how it looks. But we are good. We've got upgrades this year. We've got more data than ever. All the drivers, tyres, laps, last lap, are they in the pits? We have all of the data for the mini sectors, the sectors, the gear that they're in. We've got everything. And what I quite like actually is that you're able to, when you see the cars on track, you're able to match up their gear and RPM and speed of the car, and you can compare. You can see which drivers are dropping down aggressively into first gear on certain corners. When we were looking at the test in Bahrain, it was quite interesting because going into turn one, you'd see almost every driver going into turn one in Bahrain in first gear to achieve maximum recharge of the battery. Max Verstappen was first to do it. But then you see the Ferraris, because they've got different gear ratios. They were in gear 2 going into turn 1 in Bahrain. So it is good data to have. Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, looking at Cadillac professionally working out the bugs. I know. I know. Doing it all live on air. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. There was no other way of doing it apart from I would have to start my stream later. And I needed to get on at 1, otherwise, be falling asleep. I was asleep, but to be fair, I probably should have started at 1:15. Oh, we got Uran, our resident F1 engineer in the chat. Oh, get in the chat. Who do we think is going to be quickest in FP1? I think quickest in FP1, I'm expecting it to be George Russell. Yes, Zozo. Yes. Oh, Kev's saying Leclerc. Toasty says Aston. I think Russell will be fastest in FP1. But you know my predictions for the Grand Prix. I've got Leclerc winning the race and Russell P2. Auxilla thinks Kimi is going to be fastest. It's a good shout, that, in FP1. Kimi Antonelli is a good shout. Oh, Gareth says Ferrari to give us more hope. Yeah, I'd like it. I'm expecting Ferrari to be up there. And also, don't rule out Lewis Hamilton to be quickest in FP1, He loves a glory lap. Yeah, let's go finish the tub with the help of Great Master Shades Egg Kev. What are you talking about? Ice cream. You gone straight for the ice cream. Good shout. I'm on the green juice. Trying to get some goodness in me. Because don't forget, we think this is a late night. We've got an hour of this. Then we have a little break for 2 hours or 2.5 hours. We're back on at 4:30 a.m. in the UK. I am anyway. For FP2. Partly cloudy. Track temperature 35 degrees. Humidity. I'm getting so excited for this weekend now. Who cares that it's in the middle of the night? Who freaking cares? I'm ready. Who's the quickest back to the pits? Well, that's not actually. It's a good point. I think we're going to have 7. My prediction is 7 DNFs this Grand Prix. 7. What do you think? Think we're going to be anywhere close? 7 DNFs. That's my prediction. Oh, Jeremy, are you saying Stroll? Are you saying Stroll's going to be quickest in FP1? Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, Sulu says I won't be surprised if Aston even start the car. Jeremy reckons 9 DNFs. I should make a note of some of these. Yeah, I mean, It's a slightly different track, this, to Bahrain. This is going to be... There isn't as many like charging zones as you had at Bahrain, naturally. Zakev, 4 out at first corner. 4 out in race. What, are you saying 4 out in total, or are you saying 8 out in total? So 4 out in first corner and 4 out in the race. No, not wet, I don't think. Is it? If it's a wet... Hey, Jamingo, welcome to the chat. You reckon, Zulu, I reckon 20 DNFs. Auxilla, thank you very much for your super chat again. What are the chances Aston don't even leave the pits in FP3? I think they might do... I think there's a chance that Aston don't make it out in... I think Aston will take part in every element of the this Grand Prix. I think we'll see him in FP1. If they're not going to be in any session, it'll be this session now. But that's what I think. But what are the chances Aston don't leave the pits in FP3? I think there's a chance, Auxilla. I do. I mean, I don't know what solutions they've already implemented. Oh, they're out on track. They're coming out on track, guys. They're lining up in the pit lane right now. You can see the revs on your screen. They're all in neutral. Look at the data coming through. And they're out on track. Yeah, so what I think, Auxiliary, I think Aston Martin are in for a horrible time. I do think there must be some improvement because Honda have given some solutions to this vibration problem. And they need to hit the minimum requirement, don't they? Because of this Concord agreement between all the Formula One teams. So I think Aston Martin will appear in every part of this Grand Prix. But for how long? I don't know. How many laps they do in FP1, FP2, FP3. Qualifying, there's no way they're getting out of Q1, or is it? There's no way they're getting out of Q1. And then they start the race, and then I think they see how they do. But they need to get laps. That's the thing with Aston. They need to get runtime. Even if the car's a bag of spanners, which we know it is, they still need to get laps on the board. Yeah, Kev, my leg is tapping. I'm so excited. They're out on track. Look at them. As you can see on the track below me, we can see data's working. We have data. Ah, it's glorious. It is glorious. We've got track working quite nicely. We've got data out on track. And let me just explain what's going on. If you've not seen live data before, let me explain why it's brilliant. So you can see all the 22 drivers. Then you can see what tyre they're all on. Then you can see the last lap. Then you can see the best lap. Then you can see the gap to first between any of the drivers. Now, here's the really cool bit. You can see those little tiny mini sectors. You've got sector 1, 2, and 3. Those mini sector colours are really important. The green mini sector colours within each sector tells you that the driver is doing their personal best. The purple mini sector within the sectors means the driver has gone fastest of all. Then we've got the gear that the drivers are in, the cars are in, then the RPM, and then the current speed of that car. Look at that, track's getting busy, everyone out. Yellow flag already. Piastri's got no power right now. The first mechanical problem. I know, sector 2's tiny, 5 mini sectors long. That's not good news for Piastri's home Grand Prix. He's just pulled out of the pits and he's limping back now. Yellow flag conditions. Yeah, Piastri. Arvid Lindblad is pulled over in the pit lane. Carnage. As soon as we start, mechanical problems straight away. 56 minutes left of FP1. Arvid Lindblad's not got out of the pit lane. Yeah, Sula says, only time we'll be seeing greens and purples for a while. Yeah. Sula says, I guess the Merc power unit isn't the best. Do you think it's a power unit? Reese Cup. Yes! Yes, LFG, exactly, Reese. If you love F1, then can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah from me. Hell yeah. This is it. Season's on, baby. I'm so freaking it. It is exciting. Arvid Lindblad, though, they're pushing his car back down the pit lane. So what's gone on there? The rookie not making out of the pit. Is at the top of the pit lane, and they are pushing his car down the pit lane, back to his pit. Ocon, currently out there with the first purple lap. Hamilton, got some purples there. Yellows means no improvement on the previous lap, by the way, on those mini sectors. Right now, Ocon on a 1:34.5. Seems like everyone's on the medium tyre, apart from Sainz is out on the hards. Stroll! What? Stroll's on track! Lawrence Stroll is out on track right now on the hard tyre. There you go. Auxilla was asking before, will Lance Stroll, will Aston Martin make out in FP3? Well, they're out in FP1. This is more surprising for me. Lance Stroll is out on track. Let's see if they are comparable, Aston Martin to Cadillac. Hards, I know, out on hards. What's that telling us? Yeah. So I think Arvid Lindblad, he stalled the car, you know. He stalled the car and then had to be pushed back. I think that could have been driver error. Behrman in the Haas. I'm expecting big things from Behrman this year. Big things from the Haas as well. Everyone seems to be moving quite nicely apart from Lindblad. Alonso still in the pits. Lance Stroll out on track. Everybody's slow, to be honest, at the moment. Look at those lap times. Everyone's trying to find a bit of... Everyone's just running whatever programs they are to set it up. Toasty said the cushion under Lance Stroll's seat will add 5/10. Alonso's still getting his seat cushion fitted. I think it's worse than that. I don't think there's anything a seat cushion can fix. Leclerc's popped in a decent lap. Well, he's popped in a purple lap, 1:31. Yeah, so I'm predicting Norris has problems. Norris has got problems as well. Cola Pinto. Not often you see his name up at the top. Hamilton's... I mean, obviously this is going to change a lot. George Russell. Antonelli. So Verstappen looks like he's trying to find where the pace is in that Red Bull. Putting in a 122. Antonelli. Who was it that said Kimi, fastest in FP1. Kimi Antonelli might have been Auxiliary actually. I think Max. I mean, everyone keeps talking. Even Max was saying, you know, we're not on the pace. We don't think our power unit is the same or as good as Mercedes or even Ferrari. Maybe Max was having us all on. Chef says Alonso needs a hemorrhoid donut. I mean, the vibrations are bloody severe in that car. It's the hands, though, isn't it? It's the vibration on the hands that's the issue. If you are watching the stream, you are very welcome. Welcome to F1 Grandstand. We are live. Do get involved in the chat. Tell us where you're watching from. Mario. Let's freaking go. And old geezer says they're dropping faster. Times are dropping faster than Bonnie Blues and Knickers. It's true that. Yeah. She loves the F1 as well. She's a big fan of F1 Grandstand. She'll be watching this. You'll see Bonnie Blue in the chat soon. Auxilla, get excited for Max. Yeah. Auxilla says Kimi Antonelli. I think Kimi Antonelli's a good shout today. Hey, Lita. Who's sandbagging so far? Well, yeah, Mercedes aren't really lifting their kimono just yet. Verstappen, though, coming out on top. Hamilton, is it hammer time in P2? Hadjar up there as well. See, the thing about FP1, it's still a bit of a shakedown scenario, right? Let's be realistic. It's a bit of a shakedown scenario. Old guy chats in Switzerland. Brilliant. Yes, it's a bit of a shakedown scenario, FP1. When we get to FP3, well, even FP2, I think we'll get some quicker times. This, I think most drivers will be treating this as a bit of a shakedown. FP2, we might get them out on the softs, and we start seeing what a hot lap looks like. But Piastri is in the pits with his problem. Lance Stroll out on track. Is he still out on track? No, he's in the pits now, but he did come out. Leclerc's done the fastest first sector. Chef says Kimi could have a blowout this year or next. He showed his potential last year. Now it's time to get down to business. Are you Toto Wolff really, Chef? Because that's pretty much what Toto said. Chef Toto Wolff in disguise. Toto basically said the same thing, didn't he? About Kimi Antonelli this year. It's like last year that's your warm up, baby. Okay, that's your season where you get forgiven for your mistakes. It's time to be a man, my son. Now though, now you're in the big boy league. Auxilla says doesn't look like Ferrari are running the Macarena wing. Oh, that's disappointing. We think they might be saving the old Macarena wing for Monza. Thank you, Auxilla. I love the Macarena wing, and I think we all have to admit, from an innovation point of view, Ferrari seem to have innovated more than most. The exhaust gas rear wing, the Macarena wing. I agree, Ferrari have had a wing theme, but Ferrari have been innovating. Again, with the power unit, they only power unit manufacturer to go with a steel cylinder head for the engine. So Ferrari are doing bits. Yes, Gianni Banni, I watched this at 2:30 a.m. in Germany. Yeah, it's currently 1:42 a.m. in the UK. And I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it. Let's go. Jim goes going to get dinner. Chef said I grew up doing the Macarena wing on the dance floor. Lita, remember Mercedes DS? That was cool. Yeah, exactly. But it's mad being up at this time in the morning. And don't forget, you better all be up in after this for FP2. 4:30 a.m. We're back. 4:30 till 6, and then you can have a little sleep. Yeah, Kev, I know. I'm so pumped though. I don't know if I'm gonna try and get a 2-hour nap and then come back for 4:30 a.m. for FP2. But right now we've got 46 minutes left. Max Verstappen at the top. All purple for Max Verstappen right now. Leclerc, second fastest, just 100th behind. Well, nearly 200th behind. Then we've got Antonelli, the fastest of the Mercedes right now. Now, George Russell, I don't care. He's not going to want to see any faster times than him by Kimi Antonelli. He isn't. So I'm expecting George Russell to not allow that to happen. Hadjar in that second Red Bull. 0.6 off Max's pace. Don't forget, first season in the Red Bull. Leclerc is on a flyer now, though. Leclerc is on a hot lap right now. Let's see where this shakes. He's got fastest first sector. Charles Leclerc and his... It's just fastest third sector. Fastest in sector 3. Is Leclerc going to put that Ferrari P1? Come around to start finish line. Yes, he does. Ferrari on top. Ferrari on top. Good time that. Yeah, Ferrari. Told you Ferrari. I'm telling you. Ferrari looks good. And I do agree, Lita. The RB Ford engine looking very good. Even though Lauren McKees was talking about it, he was sort of saying that do expect failures. Do expect to see us stranded out on track. Trying to manage those expectations. But it does look good. Hadjar on a quick second sector. Look at all those green mini sectors in his first sector. Hadjar on his fastest lap. Let's see where Hadjar puts this Red Bull. Hadjar it's a good lap this from Hadjar. Fastest sectors for him. Hadjar goes fastest. Well, so far we don't seem to have the Red Bull second seat issue where, you know, you're over a second, up to a second slower than Max. Hadjar, well done, son. So Kev says, I think Red Bull will get failures due to first gear usage. Everyone, so aggressive into first gear. Hey, Kyle. I see you in there, buddy. Bottas is on track, Jeremy. Let's go. Let's go, Caddy. Let's see where you're shaking it out at. So, Bottas is out. Is Perez out as well? Perez is currently in the pits, but Bottas on his first lap. I don't know if it's hot. Obviously, it's all green, his sectors, because it's his first lap out there. Chef, where's Gemma? I bet probably sleeping. Probably sleeping, Chef, will be my guess. Leclerc's gone quicker. You're right. 121.6 for Leclerc. So at the moment, Leclerc's showing that he seems to have a grip of this Ferrari. And Hamilton's there and thereabouts. I think we need to see a little bit more pace from Hamilton. I'd like to keep it honest between them two. I want to see Hamilton and Leclerc very similar in the times. Bottas, just 8 seconds off the pace. Obviously, everyone's talking about the 107% rule. Oh, yeah, good bit of info, that, Chef. Race lap record here, held by Leclerc. A 1:19.8. So, to be at 1:21.6 on the medium tyre, that's not bad. That's actually where they said we'd be with the new regulations, up to about 2 seconds a lap slower. And as a jumping off point, it's not bad. Yes, Dane. What is up, party people? Let's freaking go. Formula One is back. Just so happens to be back in Australia, which means I'm up at 2 a.m. I've got my green juice. I've got my caffeine. We're ready to go. And if you are watching for the first time, please do jump in the chat. Say hello. We've got the best group. Tell us where you're watching from. And if you do me a massive favour, whilst you're watching, do smash a like on the video. Supreet, how did you prepare this screen? Yeah, exactly. Freaking nightmare. Toasty, are they coasting a ton though? They will be. They will be. Yes, they will be. The lift and coast is going to be it, baby, because lift and coast, you harvest 350 kilojoules of energy when you lift and coast. And when you super clip, which is when you basically run out of energy on the straight, you only harvest 250 kilojoules of energy. Kilowatts. I think that's right. Not an engineer. But you harvest more energy from lifting and coasting. Yeah. Are you trying to make Lance Stroll by going green? I needed some goodness. I needed some goodness in my belly. All about that green juice, baby. Yes, you ran very, very early doors yet. All on mediums, but at least I think I can confidently say we're in the ballpark. I think you're right. Ex-Ferrari engineer telling us Ferrari engineer telling us what's going on. Wait, lap record is 119. Have to put 116. And I'm still slow. Let me check. How is that? I mean, we're on the medium tyre right now. I don't think, I reckon when we get to qualifying, I think the laps will probably be about 119. What I think we'll get sub 120s for qualifying, but I think we'll be like 119s would be my guess. So yeah, so for qualifying you're at 117.9 in 22. Is that what you're saying, Sulu? So I think we'll get to like 119s is where I think these cars will be capable of. That Cadillac just stopped on track. Hamilton's up there. Hamilton's up there, baby. Let's go, Ferrari. Oh, you think so, Auxilla? You think we're going to get a faster qualifying time than we've seen before? Thank you very much for your super chat, Auxilla. So that's a good question. That's a good question for the chat. What do you think qualifying time will be in the 26 cars in Melbourne? If the pole times are 1:17.9 in the last generation of cars, let me see what was pole in 24. Let me just check. Let me just check what the pole time was last year. Pole time, Melbourne, 24. Oh, no. We got it so wrong. Pole position last year is a 115, Lando Norris. So, pole last year is a 115. So, there's a lot of pace to be found, actually. Pole last year was a 115. 115.096. So we want to be down in the one for qualifying. We've got to be towards 117s. We're way off at the moment. Yet the fastest lap in the race was a 122.1. But we're beating that already. Yeah, so 115 was the pole lap last year by Lando Norris. Ooh, so Kev says a 119.3 pole time this year. Well, if it was 115 last year, I mean, yeah, it could be where we're at in the development of these cars. What, three? I reckon 115, 16, 17. Oh, I think if we get to 118s, I mean, I think we could be in the 118s. So I'm going to go with my prediction for pole is 118.23. I'm going to write that down. Keep a record of it. My pole prediction is a 118.23. That's what I'm predicting for pole. 118.23. By Charles Leclerc. That's my prediction. Kyle saying Max P1. Thanes reckons it's going to be a 116.6. What? That'll be quick. If we are within like 1.5 seconds of last year's pole, I mean that's good. Lindblad, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Let me tell you what happened to Arvid Lindblad. He didn't get out of the pit lane. Franco Colapinto's just gone on the gravel. Didn't hit the wall though. Auxilla's predicting a 116.8. I'm writing that down, Auxilla. That's quick. I think that might be too quick. Auxilla, 116.8. I've written it down. Pole prediction. Right, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. If anyone gets it right, I mean, I'll be well impressed. Super impressed. At least have a nice coffee. Where can you watch it? It's f1.com. Sky Sports F1. Depends on your region. Yeah, Thane, these drivers are hungry like a wolf. That was a little rendition of Duran Duran. Dawn. How much longer until the test? It's on. We've got it on. Oh, Apple TV as well. You can watch it. It's the FP1 is on now. It's happening. We're watching it. This is live data you've got on your screen. This track is showing you exactly where the cars are out on track right now. Yes, Motor 659. Yeah, you are late, but listen, did you set your alarm? I'd set my alarm. Oh, Kevin's going with Hamilton with a 117.8 for pole. Go on. Yeah, we've got all 22 drivers on the screen. Look at the bottom there. Alonso still in the pits. Stroll still in the pits. But at least he got out for a lap. You reckon Auxilla 5/10? Auxilla reckons that the top teams are keeping 5/10 in reserve until Q3. It's nice to see a Ferrari at the top, though, isn't it? Russell on soft. Oh, good. Great. Because he probably didn't like Kimi Antonelli going quicker than him. That's what I think. Hamilton 118 for Dawn. Okay. Hamilton's going to be there or thereabouts. He's going to keep... Him and Leclerc will be keeping it honest. Yes, join the chat late. Me too on tube. Stroll's breaking the lap record. Yeah, breaking the lap for the slowest lap in Melbourne ever. Lance Stroll actually was in good spirits considering what's going on, where his car is shaking him to death and shaking itself to death. Yeah, me too, Sulu. Yeah, me too. I like seeing Sir Lewis Hamilton up at the top as well. It's great. But Hadjar as well. Look at Hadjar. Look how close. The thing about Hadjar is he's within a tenth of Max Verstappen's time. What more could you possibly ask for from that number 2 driver at Red Bull? We haven't seen it since Checo, where they've been close. And we know what happened in Checo's last season in Red Bull. Oh, God. It's toasty. Come on. Russell is out on the softs, though. He's the first guy out on softs. Although, before we get too excited about Russell being out on soft... Oh, he's on softs. Yeah, no, the date is correct. It's the Formula 1 stream that's not correct. Jeremy Carlos on hards. Yeah, well, if I'm a Williams driver right now, I'm thinking about, one-stop strategies. For sure. Oh, I can't watch it in your country. You can't subscribe. Ah. Well, we'll keep you updated. We've got the data. If you look around the screen, if you just joined us and you want to know what the hell am I looking at here, right below me is the track map, fully live. You can see all the cars, their position, the corner numbers. Are they in the pits? Are they out on track? Then you can marry that track up to the live data to the right of your screen. You've got the full 22 drivers. You can see what tyres they're on. You can see how many laps they have completed. You can see what their last lap time, or whether obviously they're in the pits. Their best lap time. You can see the gap between any driver and first place. You've got sectors 1, 2, and 3 broken down into mini sectors. If the mini sectors are yellow, there is no improvement. If their mini sectors are green, it's their fastest personal best. And if the mini sectors are are purple, then it's the fastest of all. And where you see those blue mini sectors at the end of sector 3, that means they have come into the pits. That is an in lap. And when you see the blue sectors in sector 1, that is an out lap. And then you can see what gears are in as well at any time. And you can see what revs the engines are pulling. And you can see the speed in kilometers per hour. And that's what you got on your screen. So really, the front runners right now, it's early stage, FP1. We're enjoying Ferrari, as I have to say, as true to my prediction in the preview show we did last night. Told you Ferrari were going to kick ass. If you missed our show last night, which was all about, we did some predictions. This was my predictions for finishing the Grand Prix. Top 5. I am going with, I think, Pierre Gasly. I had him down for a P5. I had Max Verstappen P4. Had Hamilton P3. George Russell P2. And Leclerc P1. Actually, speaking of Pierre Gasly, where is he? Gasly's not really put a lap in yet. Because don't forget, Alpine, McLaren and Williams are all running the new Mercedes engine, the version 2.0. The new Mercedes power unit that Mercedes were running in Bahrain. The homologated power unit. Yeah, exactly, Jeremy. Look, both Red Bulls out. Putting in some quick laps. And they're out on the softs now as well. Gasly, P19. He's not really done a quick lap yet. Max out on softs. Let's see. This is exciting, but let's see how they look on softs. I want to see Leclerc and Hamilton out on softs as well. Cars look fast, Emma. Looking good. Lindblad's out on track now. How's the rookie doing? Okay. Long way to go to put in a lap just yet for Lindblad. So Bottas in that Cadillac, 4 seconds behind Leclerc. Yes, Formula 1, 2, 3, I see you. Yeah, Lawson's into top 10 now in the Racing Bulls. He's getting closer, isn't he? Old Lawson. Lawson now the senior driver at Racing Bulls. Really there to try and help, the young buck, Arvid Lindblad, that he's been told that he needs to do that. He is the number 1 driver. He's expected to lead by example. Hopefully, I think what they're trying to do with Liam Lawson is by giving him a little bit more responsibility like that within the team. Is one of Lawson's problems, I guess, is managing his temper and emotions, maybe. And I think perhaps just getting a little bit of maturity into Liam Lawson's a good thing, because he's a quick driver, Liam Lawson. And if he survives this year in Formula 1 and retains a drive for 27, Lawson's one of those that could really kick on. He's got a higher ceiling than you think. He's quick. He's got a lot of confidence. Yes, Emma. So on the FP1, FP2, they'll turn it up. I agree. Yeah, Chef. How have they got away with that? So what Chef's talking about there is it looks like Caddy are allowed to run the non-asymmetrical livery after all. We were talking about it, right? In the rules, the livery's supposed to be symmetrical. And Cadillac are running their livery, their launch livery, which, to be honest, I love their launch livery. Everybody likes their launch livery. I think most people I speak to think the Cadillac livery is one of the best on the grid. So I'm glad the FIA haven't been, making them repaint it. Oh, Ferrari on the softs. Yes. I want to see some of these laps now. 22 minutes on the softs. Max with a solid run on the softs. Let's have a look. Yeah, Verstappen 120.9. Hadjar as well. P2 on the softs. Okay. I mean, Hadjar staying within 0.2 of Max Verstappen. That's incredible. I don't think anyone... That is brilliant. If you're Max Verstappen's teammate and you can stay within 0.2 of him, I think Hadjar's doing a good job. So, looking at Leclerc now. Purple sector is in Sector 1. Personal best in Sector 1 and Sector 2. Green sectors, which means personal best in Sector 3. Looks like Leclerc is on a good lap. There he is crossing the start finish line. Yeah, P1 for Leclerc. 120.8. Oh, Lando Norris out of FP1 due to a gearbox problem. Breaking news. Breaking news. Lando Norris out of FP1 due to a gearbox problem. Okay. We are going to see some cars break this weekend at different points, that's for sure. Petty Prost from Chef. You talk about Leclerc. Yeah. Red Bull P1 constructors. Is that what you think, Kyle? I mean, Max was talking their chances down. You know Max, though. Motorsport. Max needs a wingman who can stay within 3/10, and RB can challenge this year for manufacturers. Well, look at Hadjar's times. He's doing it. He's doing it. But Ferrari at the top there. I mean, it is exciting. Hamilton's out on the soft as well. He's not on his quickest time though. Hamilton currently 4/10 off his teammate. I think he's pulled out of this lap though. Yeah, Hamilton's pulled out of this lap. He's trying to get some clean air to go for a quicker lap, I'm sure. Where are Mercedes? By the way, where's this beautiful power unit with 20 horsepower of extra horsepower from your fuel? Where are you, Mercedes? It's all about Ferrari and Red Bull Ford at the moment. Transit Van Donkey's going well. Hey, Hulkenberg's up there, P8. The Audis. I think if the Audis can be in front of, you know, the likes of Racing Bulls, Williams, Alpine, I do feel that Audi are really competing with Haas, aren't they? Motor 659. Petronas Fuel let them down. Yeah, the extra horsepower let them nonsense. Thane said, I told you Merc were full of it, but your crush on Toto called me crazy. Well, I honestly thought Mercedes, I still think they might be, look, even Valtteri Bottas made the joke, didn't he, about Mercedes sandbagging, and the bookie's favourite is George Russell. Yes, Emma, go Hulk. Yes, Janny, Nico on fire. Yeah, Audi's looking decent. Hulkenberg up there, best of the rest at the minute. Piastri and Hulkenberg 7 and 8. You know, if Hulkenberg can put the Audi in the top 10 in Q3. I mean, that's one hell of an achievement for Audi. Yeah, Lita says, Toto put large sandbags on the Merc cars. Yeah, I think so. Getting tight at the top. It is getting closer at the top, you're right. Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he's gone fastest. Under a tenth quicker than Leclerc. Hey, Brit by Frank. How's Caddy? I'm driving. Caddy at the moment, bro, are, as expected, they're showing up. You've got Bottas out on track. He's not last. He's currently P18. He's about 4 seconds off the fastest pace. Which is it? The only thing Cadillac need to worry about is staying within 107%. Which they are at the moment. Yeah, your aunt says on softs, go forth, my red babies. Yeah, the Ferraris are up there, dude. Ferrari and Red Bull duking it out at the moment. They do look like they definitely look like the best two teams by, well, quite convincing at the moment. Mercedes look like the third best team. Which, if I was to guess before, I would have said Ferrari would have been, I would have said Mercedes, Ferrari, then Red Bull, or Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull. But no, Red Bull powertrains, Red Bull Ford bringing their A game with their first powertrain. And we've got about 16 minutes left of FP1. Kyle says next Piastri will have to break his own gearbox to match Lando. Papaya rules. Boom. But it's nice to see the Cadillac out on track. I think it's a great livery, and I'm glad they didn't make them change it. Yeah, exactly, Thane. Russell being really quiet now, aren't you? Yeah, he is. He is quiet now. Luckily, he's ahead of Antonelli, because if Antonelli was quicker than him, he'd be pissed. Yes, Waylon. Damn right. Ferrari and Red Bull have come in out swinging. Yeah, but I think Jason's right as well. Audi are going to shock a lot, I think. Yeah, they are. Absolutely are. I see we've got plenty of people watching. Love that. You're in the right place for your Formula One watch-alongs and news. Check out if you're watching us for the first time, do check out the whole channel. It's not just watch-alongs. We've got news. And we've got many upgrades coming this season. Lots of cool stuff. Be part of the community. Say hello to everyone in the chat. And do smash a like on the video as well. It makes a big difference to the success of the stream and the channel. So make sure you've hit that little thumbs up button. I am very, very grateful if you have. And if you want to get any super chats in, you can. Guaranteed to be read out live and we can discuss them. How's Audi better than Cadillac? Honestly, it comes down to the fact that Audi had a massive head start. They bought out, they took over Sauber. They were a midfield team to begin with. So, you know, you're already a massive advantage. Cadillac started with nothing. No staff, no factory, no old car. Like, Cadillac came in from zero. Audi, you know, you're taking over an existing established team and improving it. And that's all it is. You know, you've got a big advantage when you do it that way. That's why Cadillac's achievement to even be in the game is amazing. For Cadillac to be within 107% with everything new, you know, literally building a team from nothing, to be with 107% of the fastest time in Q1 is an achievement, like a massive achievement. To even be qualified, to even be able to race, it's an achievement. So yeah, it's amazing what they've done. Damon, why is Lewis Hamilton the only black driver in F1? That's a great question. It's ridiculous, and I think, you know what it is. I'll tell you what it is. I'm not going to get political. It's because Formula One is incredibly unfair. It is. Rookies in Formula One, it's not even as though the fastest rookie gets a drive in F1. The politics are insane. Money talks, and the amount of money it takes to get to Formula One is huge. And I think that's what it is. The barrier to entry. It's not just that you don't get many, like black drivers in Formula One, and Lewis is the first. You don't get many poor people in Formula One in general, regardless of skin color, right? It's so expensive. You don't get working class people driving Formula One cars. Very rarely. Niki Lauda, well, he had some money. You know, it's hard to say, but you don't get John from the council estate in Stoke-on-Trent ending up being a Formula One driver. I think the closest we had that in the UK was probably Nigel Mansell. He managed to find a way through, but that was back in the 70s and 80s. It's the elitism in Formula One is financial. Mike Jordan just bought a NASCAR team. Go on. Love that. Oh, wow. Hamilton's gone P1. Under the yellow flag. Williams stopped out on track. Just watching Albon. on track. What happened? Oh. More problems at Williams. Lucky for Williams. Nobody's talking about the shit show at Williams right now. Because there's a bigger shit show at Aston Martin. Williams getting away with it. Albon pulled up on track. Yeah, I mean, Sema, I just think Formula One should be about one thing. Who's fastest? Not who's richest. Not what sex you are. Not what colour of your skin. Just who's fastest. Because that's what we want to see as fans. Just get all the fastest drivers in the world into Formula One and let them race. Yes, Hamilton. P1, baby. Hammer time, baby. I love to see it. I love to see it. Let's go. I love seeing Hamilton at the top. Yeah, Lita. Williams have a weight problem, and now they have another reliability problem. It looks like that could have been a gearbox or engine. They're under a virtual safety car at the minute. It is, yeah, Audi being in the top 10. You're absolutely right. That is a big plus. If you look where Bortoletto is, it's only a Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes ahead of them. So for that Audi to be up in the top 10 and both Audis to be in top 10 as well, putting in some decent times, I'm here for it. I like it. Yeah, absolutely. So getting that Ferrari, getting that valuable data. It's been a good FP1, this. Oh, the Normillion said, no, it's not. I would love to see him on top, but it's a yellow flag. Oh, we're talking about Hamilton. Yeah. But he got his lap in before the yellow flag, right? Yeah, Mercedes. Why are they not? Well, are they really out on the medium tyre? According to our data, so Mercedes are on the softs. Ignore the data we're getting through. Mercedes are on the softs. I know it says mediums on the screen here, but Mercedes are on the softs. TT Neon says, has an Aston Martin blown up yet? Stroll did come out on track for one lap. I don't know why, because it was a 150. It was 30. It's not a fast lap. He just came out on the hards. He did one lap and then came back in. It didn't blow up yet, but it's coming. I think it's coming. Yeah, Motor 659 Albon, another Merc problem. Coincidence. At least I have a coffee. Yeah. Oh, you've got it. You've got a stream. You can watch it. Okay. Gareth says, I do not believe the Mercedes. I mean, they're very close between each other. There's only like, what, 600ths between Russell and Antonelli. I don't know. Oh, Thane, stop being a hater. Ham fans are going to pretend that he was the fastest, even though the others couldn't get their laps in. Yeah, well, I know they couldn't, but let's see. TTV Neon says Stroll did one lap and all the computers in the paddock started to go. No, computer said no. Listen, it's not Stroll's fault. I think Stroll was in a positive frame of mind, actually. Oh. Sergio Perez had an off, a little spin, no damage to the car. in the caddy. Oh, it does look good, that Cadillac, though. It looks great. What happened? We're watching Perez going to turn 3. Oh. That's not driver error. Yeah, something's gone wrong with the caddy. Yeah, Checo's caddy malfunction. Get it back to the pits. To be expected. Cheers, Waylon. Jason, Macarena wing is no Macarena wing. Yeah, Hamilton, Leclerc, the Ferraris and the Red Bulls looking most competitive at the moment in FP1. We've obviously had the conversation where we think some people could be sandbagging. But yeah, it is where we're at. Ferrari, I did say the Ferrari looked good. Everyone, talking about Mercedes. I even spoke about Mercedes, but my prediction is Ferrari to be both cars on the podium. Both drivers on the podium for Melbourne. I've got Leclerc P1, Hamilton P3, but maybe, just maybe, might be the other way around. Max fam screamed that he's driving a tractor. They have their bulls mixed up. Max drives a Red Bull, not a Lambo. Yeah, Young Finesse says, move away from the ground effect era. And Hamilton looks like himself again. He looks better, doesn't he? Even though this new era of car is, I would have thought harder to drive than the ground effect era with all the battery management. But we are back out. Oh, so Ferrari have switched up to the medium tyre. Hamilton's on the medium tyre. Leclerc's still out on the softs. Red Bull back out on the mediums. Who's on the soft still? Lindblad. Oh, Lindblad's put a time in. Lindblad, look at that. P6 in the Racing Bulls. He snuck that one in. Where's Lawson? Lawson's out on the medium. Not a bad lap that from Lindblad. Not bad at all. And Audi are up there, Jason. Yes, they are. Chef said, I haven't noticed any active aero issues yet. Did I hear correctly that it won't be active in wet conditions? Yeah, active aero not in wet conditions. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Summer says it's an ECU problem for Alex. That freaking Williams. That Williams, I'm telling you, James Vowles must be sat there going, I cannot believe my luck that Adrian Newey's Aston Martin is so bad that nobody is pointing the finger at us. Bit surprised at Alpine, if I'm honest. I thought we might see a quicker lap from Gasly. I wasn't expecting him to be down there. Same with Behrman, but it is only FP1. But both Audis looking competitive in the top 10. I like that. Yeah, Lawson's nowhere. Too many podcasts, Semmer said. Yeah, he's been... He needs a couple of races, maybe, Lawson, to get to grips with things. Lindblad on a lap now. He's put one of his fastest mini sectors in sector 1. Just 2 minutes left now. Lindblad's gone fastest of all in sector 2. The pictures on my screen are a little bit ahead of my data, actually. He's going quick. Wow. Lindblad. 5th fastest. Tell you what. Yeah, chef, I agree. The wheels on the V carb is amazing, isn't it? The wheels do look cool. But Lindblad, P5, well done, rookie. Leclerc though. Leclerc on a flyer. Yeah, the times are going to tumble down now. Leclerc is... Oscar Piastri's done the fastest first sector. So only 30 seconds left. Leclerc! He's done it! He's gone 4.5 tenths faster than Hamilton. So there's only 15 seconds left. And I think that's funny. I think you're right. I think Leclerc just wanted to just go, you know, he wants to leave his mark on it. There he is. So that's your checkered flag coming out now. Drivers will get to finish their laps. Wow. So how is this shaking out? Wow. This, I mean, Ferrari... Do you know what? I hate to say I told you so, but when I saw that Ferrari in Barcelona, and you'll remember the conversations we had when we were doing the streams, I was like, oh, shit. That Ferrari's looking strong. And I said, completely different situation. Ferrari out in front. Red Bull looking great. Hadjar showing he can keep pace with Max Verstappen. And then we've got Lindblad in fifth. Then the McLarens are having problems. Mercedes, what is going on? Were they sandbagging? Are they still sandbagging? Or is that just an excuse for being slow? Where's your Petronas fuel now? And your compression ratio engine hack? I don't know what's going on. Steel cylinder heads all the way, baby. Ferrari. Yeah, exactly. Right, guys. I'm not gonna hang around. Let's get a little... if anyone's in the UK, set your alarm. I'll be back at 4:30 in the morning. Let me just check. It is 4:30. I've got... let me just double check. I'm sure it's 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 a.m. UK time. 2 hours time. Grab some shut-eye. I'll be back. Yeah. Go relax. See you in 2 hours. For FP2, baby. Let's go.